Hello everyone, I have some shocking news for you today that is causing a stir among the Kardashian community. The marriage between Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian has officially ended, and let me tell you, the circumstances surrounding this breakup are more dramatic than anyone could have predicted. After only 2 years of marriage, the once powerful punk rock couple in Hollywood has broken up despite their best efforts to keep their union intact. Kourtney is completely devastated based on the exclusive insider information I have obtained. She allegedly told her loved ones that she did everything she could to maintain their marriage, but sometimes our best efforts fall short. Let's take a look back at how we got here. They became one of the most talked about celebrity couples almost instantly after their romance caught the public's attention. Their love story was so intense that it felt like something from a fairy tale. Less than a year after they began dating, Travis proposed on a beach in Moncio, California in October 2021. At first, Kourtney's kids weren't overly excited about the proposal. Eventually, the two families blended together to create what seemed to be the ideal blended family. A number of significant events throughout their journey together seemed to strengthen their relationship. They held several weddings to commemorate their love. I simply didn't feel my best, whether we went to church, an art museum, or the happiness museum. I recall just going with him and all the kids one time. He was with you, like he loved you. In November 2023, Disney announced their son Rocky, 13th Barker, to the world, much to the delight of their fans. Kourtney seemed to be living her best life during this time, and her admirers couldn't help but notice how confident and happy she seemed to be in a way they had never seen her before. But as Hollywood has taught us, looks can be deceiving. When Travis's history of adultery was revealed, the first rifts in their ostensibly ideal relationship appeared. The fact that Kourtney knew Travis's dubious monogamous commitment from the beginning adds even more complexity to the situation. He had publicly acknowledged his previous transgressions, which included having an incredible many very short monogamous affairs at the same time with his ex-wife Shauna Moker. And additionally, Travis had previously admitted to being unfaithful from the start of his first marriage to Melissa Kennedy, so this wasn't an isolated incident. Perhaps the most explosive aspect of this story involves none other than Kim Kardashian herself. It's interesting to note that Travis had voiced concerns about monogamy even in the weeks before publicly announcing his relationship with Kourtney, citing his love of independence and general reluctance to commit. When Travis's ex-wife Shauna revealed that Travis had an affair with Kim Kardashian during their marriage, a revelation she claims to have discovered when she caught them together, things took an even more dramatic turn. And how much better that Kourtney would be haunted by this skeleton in the closet. After years of conjecture and denial, Kim finally revealed the truth about her relationship with Travis while he was still with Shauna, when old rumors about their past romance started to resurface with renewed vigor following the birth of her child with Travis. This truth was revealed in such an explosive manner, my sources claim that Kim confessed to the affair during a contentious family argument, despite her insistence that they were never in love. Kourtney even made an attempt to physically assault him because the situation became so heated, and things could have gotten much worse if Khloe hadn't acted quickly. Particularly cruel was Kim's disclosure of the information, which seemed to be an intentional attempt to agitate her sister. She revealed personal information about how she and Travis had formed a bond while watching a movie together in bed, which eventually resulted in their planning the murder. The producers of the film started brainstorming ideas for how to agitate their sister and get her to share what kind of videos she should be watching. Although Kim insisted that it only happened once and that she soon discovered there was no genuine romantic connection between them, I have heard from insiders that she appeared to enjoy telling Kourtney these details. Sources show that Travis pursued Kim for a considerable amount of time after the incident, even though Kim claimed it was a one-time occurrence. According to Kris Jenner, Kourtney needed time to process everything after these details were revealed. Before making any significant decisions regarding her marriage, Kourtney spent a few days isolating herself in an attempt to process this revelation. Kourtney hoped they could resolve the issue when she felt ready to confront Travis about the affair, but their conversation swiftly descended into yet another argument. In a fit of rage, Kourtney said that since they were fighting all the time, perhaps they should break up. Travis's hasty decision to file for a divorce was what startled her, not the suggestion per se. Those familiar with the matter claim that although Kourtney hadn't taken the suggestion seriously, she was deeply offended by Travis's willing to dissolve their marriage. Travis's attempts to backtrack complicated the conversation's aftermath. According to inside sources, he later apologized, saying he didn't mean what he said and was simply worn out from the ongoing arguments with Kim, but the damage had already been done. He had indeed returned and observed it correctly. Kim and Kourtney's conflict was more than just a small family quarrel. It started to cause ongoing stress in Kourtney's marriage. The way the other members of the Kardashian-Jenner family appeared to condone Kim's treatment of Kourtney is especially intriguing. According to what I've learned, the main reason for this dynamic is that Kourtney is the only one who regularly resists Kris's authority, which results in an odd mother-daughter bond. Allow me to reveal some very important information. Kris seems to have been aware of Kim and Travis's romance from the beginning, but decided to remain silent, ostensibly to spare Kourtney's feelings. Ironically, the long-term effects of this silence were even worse. Kourtney was quoted as saying, "I don't trust my own family, my own blood, one bit," because the situation had gotten so bad. Kourtney's worries about Travis's previous infatuations with Kim persisted despite Travis's insistence that he had never had an affair with her. Kourtney was always on edge whenever Travis and Kim were together, which made family get-togethers especially stressful for her. She later disclosed that she was always uneasy with their connection, particularly when they were by themselves, because she was afraid they might be tempted to rekindle whatever they had previously shared. When Travis began going on tour with his band, things got even more complicated. Kourtney revealed that during these tours, he would frequently become inaccessible, with even his bandmates saying they had no idea where he was. This caused Kourtney a great deal of anxiety at home, and insiders say he returned. Travis appeared to be growing more distant from Kourtney despite her repeated efforts to keep him close in recent months. One in-depth discussion between them did seem to temporarily improve the situation. For a few months, things appeared to be improving after they decided to give each other more time to rediscover their love. Even Travis's history with Kim was reconciled by Kourtney, who decided to move on after acknowledging that it had occurred a long time ago. Travis's new tour, which will require more time away from home starting on June 20th, caused a new drama to break out in the Kardashian-Barker household just when things seemed to be getting better. When Kourtney proposed that they have a romantic weekend together before he left, the rifts in their relationship started to reappear. She had serious concerns about Travis's lack of interest. Now, based on my insider information, let me tell you when everything went wrong. Kourtney had a gut feeling that something wasn't right, so she decided to check Travis's phone while he was taking a shower. What she discovered would completely alter her life. When Kourtney confronted Travis about some messages she had received from a woman she didn't know, he promptly wrote them off as work. However, this is where things start to get interesting. Unimpressed by his explanation, Kourtney decided to take matters into her own hands. She looked up this mysterious woman and contacted her directly. But what she found confirmed her worst fears. "I want to start buying a house in the middle of nowhere, literally in the woods, like a tiny cottage that you could see where we are, totally like I need it like every time I travel." Clearly, these messages had nothing to do with work. Travis's response was startling when she presented him with this proof. He stated that he truly wanted a divorce rather than making an effort to clarify or apologize. The couple hasn't communicated with one another since that time. Because of this circumstance, Kourtney has accused Kim directly, saying that her marriage has failed due in large part to her sister's meddling. The charges are grave. Kourtney thinks that Kim and Travis's previous romance has been a major source of conflict in their relationship. She has raised concerns that history may be repeating itself after bringing up Travis's alleged infidelity with Kim, with Paris Hilton, his former partner. The whole Kardashian-Jenner family has been rocked by these shocking allegations. This is especially painful because it relates to more serious problems in the dynamics of the family. Despite being aware of Kourtney's challenging fertility journey, which included numerous IVF treatments and even surgery to preserve her life and the health of her unborn children, Kim's behavior toward her during her pregnancy was particularly problematic. Instead of providing assistance, Kim decided to stir up trouble. In one particularly painful instance, after Kourtney came home from the hospital, Kim started a fight and made nasty comments about Kourtney's kids, asking her for advice rather than bringing flowers or expressing concern. Kim's exact statement, "Your kids have even come to me with problems they have," was especially hurtful. This remark was particularly hurtful because it appeared to be intended to cast Kim as the better parent and diminish Kourtney's maternal skills. Long before this incident, the sisters' tension had been growing, and during one especially heated moment when Kourtney was talking to Khloe about family abuse, I learned some incredibly startling facts about their failing relationship. It was Kim's actions at Kourtney's wedding to Travis that truly exposed her true nature during what should have been Kourtney's wonderful day in May 2022. But Kim interrupted to say that Kourtney was the least attractive person to look at. Kim was clearly resentful. Rather than letting her sister enjoy her happiness, she kept bringing up her own wedding experiences. The situation peaked when Travis's son stood up to give a heartfelt speech about Kourtney, describing her as an extraordinary mother figure and thanking her for teaching him the meaning of true love. Kim actually dared to interrupt, saying, "He's seeing everything." Kim continued to act dismissively when Kourtney voiced her hurt and brought up Kim's incapacity to let someone else take center stage. The last straw was when Kim started a campaign that openly plagiarized Kourtney's and demonstrating a total disregard for her sister's memorable moments. Kris Jenner's involvement in all of this during a recent crucial event when Kourtney was taken to the hospital for surgery has further complicated the family dynamics between Kris. Kris has had a cancer diagnosis when he was 21, and all of this stress from his diagnosis also complicated the family dynamics. Clearly putting potential content ahead of her daughter's welfare, Kris arrived with a camera crew rather than offering maternal support. But this time, Kourtney didn't hold back. Instead, she went straight to her mother, surprising Kris with her newfound confidence. This new self-sufficient focus in the family, Kourtney has been causing a stir. She even decided not to tell Kris about her first pregnancy, instead letting her mother learn about it online like everyone else. For Kourtney's mother, who confirmed Kris's pregnancy within the last 2 days of being pregnant, because Kourtney is an expert back sooner than later, Kourtney let Kris out of the bedroom on her first pregnancy, instead letting her learn about it online. Like everyone else in her family, Kourtney has been cushioned to wait to proclaim her innocence before sharing the facts. And until this point, she wasn't even allowed to protest public parks in the 90s. And then she started coding. Kourtney has been purposefully keeping some parts of her life hidden from Kris, according to family sources, because she is fed up with her mother's unrelenting quest for celebrity and propensity to take advantage of her kids 10 years of age. Kourtney is the best, of course. He had private moments as well. In the future, Kourtney has communicated to her family that she requires space, particularly as she concentrates on taking care of her newborn son. She is aware that Kris and Kim may attempt to use this as a publicity stunt, and she is not going to allow that to happen. The bright side of all of this drama is that Kourtney is at last establishing boundaries with her family and advocating for herself and her newborn son as it deserves respect. And she isn't naturally inclined to be complaining or being miserable. The sisters' relationship is still toxic, and even in this trying time, Kim seems unable to stop trying to take Kourtney's place. As she moves through this new phase of her life, Kourtney really needs encouragement and support. Family disputes and drama shouldn't ruin these priceless moments with her child. There are significant concerns regarding the dynamics of the Kardashian-Jenner family going forward because of this circumstance. Kourtney is pursuing a different path, one that puts her own health and sincere relationships ahead of public opinion, while Kim seems to be following Kris's example of putting publicity before family ties. The long-term effects on the family will only become clear with time, but one thing is certain: the Kardashian-Barker divorce drama is far from over. For more updates on this evolving story, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be closely monitoring the situation and will update you on any new information as it becomes available. Let's talk about this together. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below.